good news.
I hope not.
You and the mayor's gonna hit me hip.
I hope not.
Yes, sir. I never did write that. I'm Tom's ready. I'm ready. I'm ready, sir.
How you doing, Mario?
His mom and my dad.
Probably, I think with that furnace leaking, that makes sense.
All right, welcome everyone. I'd like to call to order the City of Lawrenceburg Board of Works meeting for February 18th, 2020. Could I get a roll call, Mr. Fetty?
Sure. Board member Tony Abbott.
Here.
Board member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Police chief David Schneider.
Here.
Fire chief Johnny Tremaine.
Here.
EMS director Rick Clark.
Here.
City attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
City coordinator Brian Messmore. Absent. And President Kelly Milan.
Here.
And myself.
All right. I don't have any announcements unless either of you have anything on this meeting.
I have none.
Nope.
Okay, if not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. Committee reports, Fire Chief Johnny Tremaine.
Just let the board know that, starting tonight, we're gonna do our 3 days of live burns for the first quarter. They're over at the tower now. I'm gonna stop in and check on them. Also, 2 weeks from today, me and Deputy Chief Myers will go up for the final inspection on our new apparatus. So
Okay.
it's finally getting here. So that's all I got.
Okay, thank you. Police Chief David Schneider.
Thank you. As you well know, last meeting you approved it, but I think I want to move to, this is about the officer that went to the clerk's position. We went to the last hiring pool that we had within the last 6 months, and I'd like to make a recommendation to the board for a hire to fill that officer spot, and it'd be John Kolb. If it pleases the board, I'd like to go ahead and move with that hire.
Any questions, guys?
No questions?
John, and he's a current K-9 officer, correct?
He's a 10-year guy. He's
Okay, so he's been through
K-9
the
officer.
academy and-
It'll be a lateral transfer. It's pretty good for us, pretty seamless for us, and
Okay.
he should be able to hit the ground running. Well-respected, good officer.
If approved, when would he start?
2 weeks.
Okay. Any questions, you guys?
No.
If not, entertain a motion to approve the hiring of Mr. John Kolb for position of police officer.
So moved.
Second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. Thanks. Anything else, Chief?
Officer Martini will be starting as in the clerk's position on the 24th
24th of February?
of this month. Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Okay, EMS Director Rick Clark.
Thanks, Mayor. Just a couple things for the board. Sunday, our ambulance 430 broke down at the hospital in between runs, and so I wanted to publicly thank Rodney and his crew for showing up so fast, faster than roadside service could ever be. So that got us back running really quick. On a darker note, that our training officer, Julie, had an accident while on duty. She went to the ER, not too serious, but she's going to be out at least another week.
Okay.
But she did tell us that we are, and I want to report that we were caught up on all of our training, so our paramedics can expect to be recertified in a couple months.
I was gonna say, when's that recertification? April? March?
I want to say March and then June for state.
Okay.
So that's all I have, thanks.
All right, thank you. I have no new business tonight. Under old business, Mr. Clark, Ludlow Hill Playground, or Park Playground Bid Award.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, we had the opening at the last meeting. We took it under advisement. I went through and reviewed both bids on this. The Sinclair Recreation did not meet the specifications. Therefore, we have no other choice but to disqualify them.
Okay.
And that being said, I recommend that we award this to Snyder Recreation for $319,087.
Okay. You guys know this is for the new park playground up, Ludlow Hill, the large one, the large park. Now, this does not include, any excavation, demo work, this price.
Correct.
Okay, that stuff we're gonna
Yeah,
be able to do
there,
in-house.
there's a whole list of items that are to be
Got it.
supplied
Okay.
by us.
Just wanted to
so.
clarify that, yep. Okay, any questions, guys?
Nope.
Okay, if not, then I'd entertain a motion to approve the Ludlow Hill Park Playground bid in the amount of $319,087 from Snyder Recreation.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, then the next item, Mr. Clark, 2020 asphalt patching and repair quote opening.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. I believe we have 2 quotes submitted for that project. Okay. And the first one is from Paul H. Rowe Company. Okay, and just going through the list on this one, since there's a bunch of units that I'm gonna ask that we take this under advisement, so I can prepare a tally sheet to give to you guys at the next meeting.
Okay.
But, going through here, it's looking like they have each of the items included in here on the spreadsheet that I gave you guys. So they do have a qualified bid that I just have to go through and run a price comparison on that.
Who are the 2 bidders?
Pardon me?
Who are the 2 bidders?
It is Paul H. Rowe and Dave O'Mara.
Okay. So the next meeting, you'll come back with a recommendation?
That is correct. Okay, and the next one, as we just said, was Dave O'Mara. And they have submitted all the required information. So, if you guys could make a motion to take these 2 under advisement, and I'll have a spreadsheet with price comparison in your packets for the next meeting.
Okay. I'd entertain a motion to take the 2 quotes we have for the 2020 asphalt patching and repair under advisement by the engineering staff tonight and come back with a recommendation at the next meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, Mr. Clark, is 2020 asphalt crack seal project quote opening and award.
Yes, and on this one, we have 3 people that have submitted quotes. Paul H. Rowe, Dave O'Mara, and is it Stoddard?
I believe so.
I believe, and Stoddard has never been here before, but they have got pre-qualified with Mr. Abden for the
Good.
safety program, so they are
Standard quote.
standard. And the crack seal project is a price per pound in place per our specifications, so I will ask that we award this tonight.
Okay.
Mike, did you say that it was standard or Stoddard?
Standard.
Standard. Thank you.
Okay, and their quoted amount is $2.80 $4.85.
And that is who?
That is Russell Standard Corporation.
Did you say 287?
285.
285, I'm sorry.
Okay, the next quote is from Dave O'Mara. Okay, and their price per pound in place is $4. Okay, and the final quote tonight is from Paul H. Rowe Company. And their amount per pound in place is $3.90.
Okay. Sort of a discrepancy there.
Yes, there is.
There is, I think, and I've never dealt with this company before. They're an out-of-state company. I think that's all they do is crack seal.
Oh, okay.
And they send crews out everywhere. So
Okay.
that being said, with the specifications, I would recommend the Russell Standard Company at $2.85, and Mr. Todd and myself will try to make sure they meet or exceed all the specifications.
Any questions? Okay, then I'd entertain a motion to approve the Russell Standard Company for the 2020 asphalt crack seal project in the amount of $2.85 per pound.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks, Mike. Next item is mine. We had talked about this before, Reach Alert system. This is a system that is where people can opt in from the community to get real-time either texts, phone calls, or emails on anything that might be going on in the city, such as if we have a water main break, God forbid, on Walnut Street, we can get that out to everybody in real time. What it takes is for the community to opt in to doing that. And it's a one-page, really easy way to do that, that we would be sending out in the utility bills so everybody gets a copy. And what this is it's sort of, if any of you have kids or grandkids at the school, it's sort of an all-call to let you know, and I'll give you another example. If Music on the River's got to be canceled tonight because of a storm, we can get that out right away to anybody that has opted in. The cost for this, you guys have seen the contract and such. The cost, the first year of business is $3,447 for the year. And then from there on, in year 2 and 3, it would be approximately $5,170.50 a year. That's total cost for anybody that opts in from the whole city. To me, it's I didn't know anything about this until actually Guinevere brought it to my attention. I believe Aurora is either doing it or looking at doing it. It's a good way to, it's a safety feature that we look at it as. For instance, if you guys, any of the first responders over there have any, we got to name it. The one thing I do bring up is, if y'all remember when we had the active shooter over at the establishment across from the high school a year ago or so, we had no way of really getting a hold of the people at the high school who were out on the football field having Meet Your Tiger Night, other than calling Mr. Gailey and say, hey, we got this situation, and then they took everybody off. Where if you had this all-call system, probably 75, 80% of those people sitting in those stands probably would have got the same message. You know, it's not something we would want to create with chaos. We will be very selective on who the administrators are that can even communicate on this, because we'd want everything to be, you know, we don't want to cause chaos or anything for anybody. So I'm bringing this before you guys tonight. Have you had a chance to look at the
I've had a
contract?
chance to look at, do we have
Questions?
a line item in the budget for this?
Yes, we can take it out of, I would take it out of our IT budget line item, which, under services, we have the money available in there. Yes, sir. Any other questions? And we can trial it for a year and then, you know, see how it goes.
I'll make the motion to proceed with it.
Second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'll go ahead and sign this one. I'll sign that one.
One change.
Got it. Thank you. All right, that's all I've got under old business for this meeting. Entertain a motion to approve the claims.
What about the vehicles for civil city? Shouldn't that be brought up at this meeting?
Well, doesn't have to be, because it's not a contract. It's just a purchase agreement.
Okay. I thought
I was
it
gonna
had
do
to
it
be
in
brought up here.
council. We can, if you guys feel more comfortable doing that. I don't have a problem with doing
Doesn't
it
make any difference to me wherever it's supposed to
I'm
be at.
fine.
either way.
You wanna bring it up in council, that's fine.
Okay.
Money's
Right,
already been
council.
appropriated, so.
Thanks, Tony.
Okay.
Yeah, it's already money has been appropriated, so, in the budget. Anyway, I entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. USB as soon as we're seated. Okay, I'd like to call to order the Lawrenceburg Utility Board meeting for February 18th, 2020. Can I get a roll call, please?
Sure. Board member Tony Abbott.
Here.
Board member Justin Aubert.
Yes, sir.
Board member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Board member Lenny Fryman.
Here.
Board member Brett Von Durant.
Here.
City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
President Kelly Malone.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, any announcements? I don't have any for this meeting. If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Second?
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I don't have any committee reports tonight. New business. We have a motion possibly to make on the floor.
I think in regards to,
We're gonna, the transfer of fiber possibly.
in regards to fiber, I mean, there's a lot of claims in this packet that we have to approve, and we gotta be able to pay them. So I'd make a motion that we move the fiber into a city account in order to pay those claims, and then that we would, we give the clerk treasurer, fund it through the MDF, and then we give the clerk treasurer, the authority to pay the payroll and the wages. And then I'll forward this on to the council for a favorable motion as well.
So the fund would be in order to pay the claims, but also payroll for fiber.
Yeah, payroll, wages, and then whatever other expenses would
Okay.
incur.
All right.
And the monies would come out of MDF?
The monies
Except
would
for
come out of MDF.
We've been looking for that.
Yeah, it would have to be in the form of an appropriation. We could do at the next meeting. All right, got a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, you're gonna push it on to the council
Council.
with a favorable, okay. All right, no other new business. I don't have any old business for this meeting. I would entertain a motion to approve the claims except for the
Minus the
fiber
fiber, right.
claims. So everything that's written under LMU, I would entertain a motion to approve those claims, but not fiber claims.
So moved.
Second? Oh, I'm sorry, who seconded?
I did,
Tommy?
or Tom.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll
So
make a
moved.
motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. I'd like to call to order the Lawrenceburg City Council meeting for February 18th, 2020. If all could stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Mr. Fetty, can we get a roll call, please?
Sure. Councilperson Tony Abbott. Here. Councilperson Justin Norbert.
Sir.
Councilperson Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Councilperson Lenny Fryman.
Here.
Councilperson Brett Bondurant.
Yes, sir.
Police Chief David Schneider.
Here.
Fire Chief Johnny Tremaine.
Here.
EMS Director Rick Clark.
Here.
City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
City Coordinator Brian Messmore.
Here.
City Court Judge Joe Johns.
Present.
Mayor Kelly Milan.
Here.
And myself.
All right, under announcements, board reports, streets, alleys, and curbs, Mr. Abbott?
No report.
No report. For finance, Mr. Bondurant?
We're good.
All right, parks and playgrounds, Mr. Noppert?
Nothing to report, sir.
Okay. Under fire, Mr. Roulette?
No report.
Yes, sir. All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Committee reports, Fire Chief Johnny Tremaine.
Nothing further to report.
Police Chief David Schneider.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd just like to let council make you guys aware that our 1977 pension board, since we had a member that had passed, Mike Kennedy had passed away, and the rules state that we have to have a retired member join that board, and that's been filled by past Chief Gene Hunnefeld. And with Chief Combs retiring and Josh Martini leaving, we have to fill those two positions. We're doing that internally with a vote internally to get two officers to fill those positions. Had our meeting last week and went well. So that's it.
All right.
Nothing further.
EMS Director Rick Clark.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, City Court Judge Joe Johns.
I believe included in your packet was the monthly report for January. You guys have any questions?
Any questions for Judge?
Boy, he's learned how to make him report short.
Oh, yeah. Heck, yeah.
Anybody's gonna question the judge,
Exactly. All right. Under new business, I've got a couple here. First one is in your packet, you see the donation committee recommendations. This is done by a group of citizens, and they always have them bring this to you for approval. One is for Big Brothers Big Sisters, and the other one's for the Pregnancy Care Center of Southeast Indiana. There were no requests that weren't funded this past month. If there are no questions, I would entertain a motion to approve these recommendations out of the donation committee.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The next, I'd like to call Brad Massey, if you come forward, please. Brad's coming, he gotten some bids on a couple different trucks for Civil City that were budgeted for this year's budget.
Thank you, Your Honor. The first one I've got is a F-150 extended cab, four-wheel drive, to be replacing 604 unit. I've got a price from Hagford for $35,547, and I've got a quote from Kelsey Chevrolet at a price of maybe $40,300. I recommend we go with Hagford since our fleet is a Ford vehicle. And the next one is a utility vehicle, single cab, gasoline engine, 6.2 V8. It'll be in the maintenance department. It's got the job box on the sides. It is included in the price. The total for that is $38,417 through Hagford. And then the one from Kelsey will be 6 weeks out, 4 weeks for the vehicle, 2 weeks for the body at Koffenberger utility bed. I've got a price of $43,001.25. I make a recommendation we go with Ford again since that is what is in our fleet and available at Hagford as we speak.
They both are available?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Mayor, you said these were both already approved in the budget for
They got a
this
line
year?
item in their,
Okay.
in their budget in Civil City for equipment.
So do we need a motion on the floor?
Yes, need a motion to approve if you have no questions.
I'll make a motion.
Second?
Yes, I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. And I think then Jamie's truck is going to remedial?
Yes.
Okay.
That's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. All right, the other thing that I have is, was pushed from the utility board to council with a favorable, and that was the transfer of the fiber and also to develop it, and I won't repeat it since it's already been recorded in the previous meeting, but, and then also to give the ability to the clerk treasurer to set up the fund to pay claims and
Yep.
payroll.
Did we need a dollar amount to transfer, or
We were gonna see what, between now and the next meeting, we were gonna see how much we think it's gonna take, and then we will do it through the appropriation, and then you guys will have that in your packet for the next meeting.
Okay, great.
Because we don't know what that number is just yet.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
Understandably.
To help, to finish the project, so. Okay, so can I get a motion to accept that?
So moved.
Make a motion. Can we accept it?
Lenny, second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. And then, Mr. Fetty, supplement to Code of Ordinance Resolution?
Yes, we do this every year at the beginning of the following year. Basically, we got the ordinances from 2019, and what we need is a resolution. This would be Resolution 2020-2, enacting and adopting a supplement to the Code of Ordinance for the city of Lawrenceburg, Indiana. And that's basically what we do is we'd send those to the American Legal Publishing Company, and they would put them, they'd codify them and put them in our books.
Okay. Okay, great. All right, any questions regarding this resolution? This is a yearly that we do, but,
So this is not a specific, this is just that we're gonna be reporting it to the American Legal Publishing, and that's,
yeah, any update?
okay.
Yeah. Any other questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve resolution number 2020-2.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. Okay, no other new business. Under old business, the reach alert that we spoke about in the Board of Works meeting. I just want to make sure that council's on board with this as well, because the money will come out of the IT line item. And so I'd like to get a motion from council to approve this reach alert contract, see how it goes for a year.
Well, I think that's the point, is that it's just a year.
Yeah.
And, you know, if it's a complete flop, and which I think it's a good thing, but if
Yeah.
it were a complete flop, we're only into this a year and it's only $3,700, you know, so I mean,
Well,
it's.
I want to know, Who's all hooked up to it? Is it everybody?
Anybody will be able to opt into it. What they're gonna do is, we've got a one-page, from them of how to opt in, and this will be sent out through everybody's utility bill, so every resident will get it. You can opt in, for multiple ways. You can get it by text, email, or phone call. And what you do is you just follow the directions to opting in, and then you're in. When we put out an all-call like that, you will automatically get that response however you decided to get it, whether it be text, email, or phone call.
Now, this is free to the citizens, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Free to the citizens.
No fee.
And you can have multiple people in your household. Okay, if you know, Connie, you and Mike both can sign in up for these with your phones or whatever.
Now, how does it work with your confidential priorities?
Well,
To where they don't get any of your
oh, no.
information?
No, this is just sending out. They won't be receiving anything.
Receiving anything?
No.
Do you guys have any familiarity with this? Have you guys heard about this, or?
Absolutely. I looked into it. I did quite a bit of research when it was brought to our attention. And just like the mayor stated earlier, if we had a situation for public safety, as far as first responders go, it would be much like an all-call, like the school has it, that they're having a sick day or something like that, or whatever they use.
Or that it's under lockdown, which we get on occasion.
Right,
you know.
and really, it's a tool to not induce panic.
Right.
You know what I mean? So nobody's filling in any gray areas, US 50 shutdown or a water main break, whatever. It's
Or
just,
an evacuation, when we have the trains and we have
Or,
US.
you know,
I look for it to go over
You
good.
see it a lot on Facebook, and, you know, everybody can believe Facebook, right? I do. Anyway, you know, when there's an electrical outage, okay? Like right now, Mike Harper is letting me know every time there's an after-hours issue. He texts me. What I can do is, okay, we have an outage in east side of town. I can put that out in real time. Also, I know Facebook is considered real time, but not everybody is on Facebook. You know, so Lee can put, you know, in her phone or even on her home phone, if you have a landline, to receive a phone call. And it's a good tool to alert anybody that wants to be alerted. So
Yeah.
I think it's worth a try.
I think it is too.
And then
I agree.
we'll
I
go
agree.
from there.
I agree with you, but now what about if, say you got a big football game, just like you was talking about the shooting?
Yeah.
Everybody gets it on their phone.
Uh-huh.
Isn't it gonna cause a riot? Everybody said, hey, let's get out of here.
Maybe.
Well-
Isn't that best case scenario considering the alternative?
Well,
Mayor.
You know,
Possible,
I'd
yeah.
rather have it and not need it. I'd rather have it and not need it than want
It
it and not
actually
have
would
it.
have, the gray area was, nobody knew what was going on over there. So
Right.
rumors spread over there, this guy was running loose, when in actuality, we already had him in custody.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it would have been good to put it out, there was a situation at so-and-so, this situation's been brought to an amicable end, and nobody's in any jeopardy, you know, so.
Yeah, we would not want to put out a message during, or that is going to cause any kind, we would have to word it to the point, to the way we don't want to cause any chaos or havoc, that's for sure. That's why we're going to have limited number of people that are administrators, because then they, you know, it's a training also that they have to go
Okay.
through. So that way, you know, we just don't have everybody posting something on this. It's not going to be used as a tool to, we don't want you to have to worry about getting these things every day. We want it as an as-needed basis. So, that was the whole gist about it. Bringing it in.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll make a motion that we approve that and
I'll second it.
Second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The next one is the kiosks. You all know that about, well, almost 4 years ago, we got our first kiosk. The other kiosk was installed at the new park. Those kiosks, when we were sold those, we knew they had a 3 to 5 year lifespan. Technology, right? We're having some issues with the touchscreens up there, so we had the company come in. They now have the newest generation is a 10-year lifespan with the warranty for 10 years. They are offering to sell us 2 units. We paid $42,000 a unit up for the one at the event center and for the park. these units because we're going to be the first in this area to have them, except they've already sold hundreds of them out on the West Coast. They're all operational. The ones up here now you can't see in the sunlight. These are the new generation. You will be able to see even in direct sunlight. You'll be able to tell what's on the screen. It's just a better technology, I guess. Obviously, these are $36,000 a piece. I did budget this in this year's budget knowing that we were going to have to replace that technology. So, in fact, I put $100,000 in there not knowing what the amounts were going to be. So what I'd like to do is if you guys are in favor of it, go ahead and get these ordered. I believe it's a 12-week lead time. I believe they have one in stock, and we would install that one at the Civic Park right away if approved. And then the second one would be a 12-week lead time for the event center. So, any questions regarding that?
Is this the same company that sold the first ones?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Well, not the very first ones, hopefully not.
No, not the very first ones. The ones you see up here now. Yeah, we had, the very first ones were not a good.
That was Massmore's fault.
Yeah, we'll blame Brian. But anyway, any other questions regarding? If not, I'd entertain a motion to approve the purchase of 2 kiosks at $36,000 apiece.
I'll make a motion that we approve it.
Second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. Thank you. All right, the last item I have under old business is a salary ordinance amendment. And what you have in front of you are the 2 positions that the one is over at the clerk treasurer's office, the accounting clerical analyst. And the other one is communications director, which is nothing but a name change from Carrie Ketman's old position that works directly for me. Wasn't adding an extra person, it was just a difference in the title. But we had to match it up with the salary ordinance. So those are the 2 that are listed on this amendment. Do we have a number for this?
Ordinance 1.
1?
Or
Wow.
Do we have to read this
Questions?
more than once?
No, if it passes unanimously, we can do it in 1 reading.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta do
Yes. That's,
2 or 3 meetings.
I've seen it 2 or 3 times.
those have changed. If it's not unanimous, then we have to.
Making
go
sure.
back for a second and third reading.
Thank you for clarification.
You bet. So anyway, any questions regarding that? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve ordinance number 1-2020, and this is an amendment to ordinance number 16-2019.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Tommy, is that you second?
Or anybody else down that way?
Oh,
It don't
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. All right, thanks, guys.
What about this, hey, Charlie, what about this?
It's not up tonight.
It's
It was just
not?
for information.
Okay.
It was just information. They were gonna bring it in the next meeting. Okay, entertain comments from the audience? Yes, sir.
I forgot to mention too, our year terms with Lute's auction is up. I need Mark's email so Randy can get a hold of you so we can still sell stuff out there.
Oh.
I would like to send 2 of the vehicles that we're getting rid of out there. So Randy will talk to you, and all you've got to do is work with him, and we'll take care of the rest.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
I've asked Andy Bondissel to come tonight and address the council. He's our county attorney, and he's also our Port Authority attorney and our SDRSD attorney.
Yeah.
What don't you do?
I did want to come. I talked with Dell about this and Mayor Milan. Just there's been a lot of turnover in each of the cities. I was in Greendale last week and hoping to get to Aurora next month. As Dell stated, I am a county attorney. I've been county attorney since January of 2011, so I just started my 10th year as county attorney. I also do the County Plan Commission, Board of Zoning Appeals. I've been the South Dearborn Regional Sewer District Attorney, of which Lawrenceburg is a member since September 2013. I just started another term with the new mayor and rising sun. Brent Bascom had brought myself and Pete Johns in, and Mayor Slack was nice enough to keep us on. And as Dell stated also, I am the attorney for the Port Authority and have been since September of 2016. So I was trying to just hit up all the cities because as in my role as county attorney, but also because you guys are members of the South Dearborn Regional Sewer District as well as the Port Authority. I wanted to put a face to the name in case you get anything from me. You guys have a great team here. Sewer District was very hectic last year, but we worked through it, and I think we're moving in the right direction. You guys obviously have a great resource with Councilman Roulette on council with you, although after April 30th, he might not want to talk about the Sewer District anymore. It's 30-some years he might not want to talk about it anymore. But everybody's been very involved. Again, it was a difficult year, but I think we're moving in the right direction. And then Port Authority, I think we're all kind of just still trying to find our feet and figure out what we're supposed to do with that. So we haven't been doing a lot with that. So don't hesitate to reach out if you guys have any questions about anything that the county may be able to help you with, or if you have any questions about Sewer District, Port Authority, or anything you think I might be able to help with. Again, also, you guys have a great team here that you can reach out to also. So I'll hang around. I've got some business cards to give you guys. It's that way you know how to get a hold of me if you need to.
Yeah,
Awesome. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Jessica.
Would information that would come in regards to the Sewer District and Port Authority, would some of that information come through you to us? Is that?
Sewer District information kind of comes from a lot of people, especially last year. But usually, if I send something out, I send something to the board members. Each city has the mayor, the utility director, utility superintendent, and a member of council. And then we also use proxies also if somebody isn't available. So if I send something out, I will send that to the board members as well as the proxies as well as the city attorneys too, so that everybody knows what's going on. And then if you have any questions about Sewer District, like I said, if Brian's there, you can talk with Brian or the mayor or whoever's been there. You can obviously reach out to me as well.
Okay, great, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions? Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Andy. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
I got a question. My question is all councilmen, I realize, I live in District 1, so I obviously got at-large in District 1 represent me. But councilmen need to work together to come up with a vote, so I feel like you're all my councilmen. That's just the way I feel. The question I'm going to ask you is we made a decision in the last administration, and I'm going to call this property the Davis property that we won. My question is in the next meeting, can we get a report on what you guys as a group's plan is with that property? I have people asking me quite often, is the city going to keep it? Now that I'm not a councilman, I'm interested in hearing what's going to be done. I know people that are in the same business I am, so I know where we were at. We should have a lot of information. We should have the appraisals already. So I'm curious, and I hope it's proper of me to ask possibly at the next meeting if we could have an update on what the plans are from you guys as a group of what we're going to do with that property. That's my question.
Yeah.
I can give you a quick, really, we haven't discussed it as a group yet at all, Paul, because there's a lot of other things going on right now. But obviously, they'll have to make a decision.
If we already made a decision as a group, would you guys have to make a decision to reverse our decision?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know how they feel about it, so it may be a moot point.
Me neither. That's my whole reason why I asked the question.
But can I ask you to do this? Can we have a little bit more time than the next meeting?
Absolutely.
Simply because there's just a lot going on right now that obviously they'll address it.
That's fine.
but we'll get, we'll get an answer out to people.
Plus, we've also had to be fixing it all up too. I mean, we did the roof, and now we gotta do the floor. It's a money pit. It's kind of hard to sell something when it's not, can't even walk inside of it sometimes. Well, it wasn't that bad, but we gotta get it fixed up before we can sell it.
There needs to be a plan. Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, if not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Oh, sorry.
Second.
So excited over here.
Seconded the adjournment is what he said. Anyway, did we get a second on that?
Yeah.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Well, I
Thanks,
oppose.
everybody.
I think it's-
Be safe going home.
Hey, do you know anybody around here that has, hey, thank you, thank you. You know,
We're talking about the board. You know anything about it?
I can see where you
The more we do. Oh, he's a politician. That politician right there, he just talks politics.
That's it. That's it, brother.
That's that man.
That's it,
I'm
brother.
seeing why now.
Heck yeah. You ever seen the big one?
Oh, yeah.
No, that's what Johnny leaned over, he says, that figures. I said, no relation.
Hey,
Better notes than that.
The old lady, they got side shot.
Ready? Mr. Roulette? Three of them there.
Garbage, is that dumpsters or is that cans? Where at? Where you're going?
No, he didn't leave.
I think it's fairly simple.
We're gonna come up with a new program for recycling.
Sure.
You don't want to know who right now, sweetheart. I'm sitting down getting everything. I got it. I went to the doctor Saturday morning and they said I had flu A. It's killing me.
We all know the traffic is empty, right? So I think, to come up with some kind of process to,
Take care.
where you have to check some boxes to get people to make it, not just send
It's hard with that sun of yours down there, causing all that ruckus.
Yeah.
Right. For 4 hours, you might.
That's a different story.
Alternate route.
Fire, police, I mean, all that kind of stuff, just to stay out of the way of.
Now, I mean, honestly, dog parking hasn't been, we haven't been over in our neighborhood, so.
That's, we'll see. I think from the first.
Just as a test.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think as far as the first responder,
Good boy.
I think that's easy to say. Yeah. We'll see. I don't think it's gonna be much. But if you do hear anybody that does have like clarify the rule, I'd be interested in hearing what they got to say.
I try to do. I love people.
Where they all?
Very well.